social media marketing and prospecting in 2025, what it's going to take. Really, I want you to focus on the marketing piece, but you also have to be proactively reaching out to people. What is the point of building a following if you're not going to reach out to your new followers? You're not going to reach out to the people watching your stories. You're not going to get connected to these people, build relationships. I want you to cultivate a my message needs to be heard mindset. My story needs to be shared. Remember, who are you? What's your story? Grew up with nothing, grew up with wealthy parents, moved here from another country, like whatever. People need to hear your story. Now, in the beginning, you're going to kind of suck at telling your story, but at least you have to get to that point where you're doing it consistently, because as you start to tell your story, you'll get better. Like I always tell my story. I got started in network marketing at 21, right? I was broke, busted, and disgusted, no background in business, no business being in business, but I didn't know anything about being an entrepreneur, but I definitely had desire to learn about entrepreneurship. I had a desire to make a lot of money. I just didn't know how to do it. Like it was never taught in school. And I want you to say this to yourself every morning. I am worthy of success. I am so grateful for who I am becoming. Every expert, you got to realize this, every expert was once an amateur. Every one of us at one point signed on the dotted line. I hope this is real. I hope this is legitimate. You got to unsubscribe from the small audience shame. You can't expect to have some big following and big audience and tons of engagement unless you're like a massive influencer in 2025. Like you just have to be okay with some of your videos are going to flop. Some of your posts are going to get crickets. Sometimes you're going to get low story views or real views, or you're going to be talking to nobody on your live video. You'll be talking to literally nobody. That's going to happen. You have to be okay with that. We all start somewhere. We all start at suck. Whether people are watching, they're on live or replays, or some posts do well and some don't, it doesn't matter, because guess what? Every time you put out a piece of content, whether it's a post, a story, a video, whatever, it's always like a testing experience. Like you're testing and tweaking. You're seeing what works. You're paying attention. You got to get rid of that stinking thinking. Unsubscribe from, I don't have an audience. I don't get a lot of likes. Okay, but do you get some likes? Do you get any likes? Do you get any followers? Do you have any friends? Like reach out to that small audience. You know what's great about a small audience? I know that sounds funny, but when you have low engagement, you have more time for the people that do engage. You have more time to connect with the new followers. You're like, I only got 4 new followers this month. You better get to know those 4 people, right? Get to know those people, because you don't have as many. Like I can't keep up with all the followers. I can't keep up with all the comments. My inbox is explosive. I don't have as much time as you do. So you find the time. In the early days, it's actually an advantage to have a small audience, because you can start paying attention to what people struggle with. But you got to figure out a way to not be like everyone else. You have to figure out a way to not be boring. You have to figure out ways to stand out, because you're branding you, not your company. Now, I like to promote my products. I like to promote my opportunity. But if that's all I do, then I look like an infomercial. So you got to be strategic with the value you're bringing to the marketplace. The people that are both leaders and leveraging social media effectively, they're leading with the product. They're leading with solving a problem that their product can solve, right? Like they're using the product or the program or the service. My best recruiters lead with the program, the product, the system, the, weight loss story, and then getting people that are interested in their supplements, their collagen, whatever that looks like. And then they talk about the business. In any business you're building, you're always selling yourself. You're selling you. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. So people are much more concerned with you than they are with your business. But they'll join your business if they feel like you will help them, or they'll buy your product. They feel like you are trustworthy and what you're telling them about your product is true. So you want to position yourself as a leader in the eyes of your audience. I'm not saying this is going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, next month. It's going to take time, but like if you play the long game and you build a brand, you build a following, you build credibility, you build reputation. So replace the word brand with reputation. It's just your reputation. What do people know you for? Your social media is a warm market generator. So you're constantly being evaluated. People want to work with winners. They want to work with people that have energy, passion, enthusiasm. It's part of our DNA. We're attracted to people that are winning. We're attracted to people that have that excellence, that you can tell that they love what they do. You can tell they love their products. Those of you that are trying to play it cool on social media, that's why you're struggling. there's no excitement, or you come across as a spammy Tammy. And by the way, at least you're trying. I've got people in my network. I go to their social media and it's like, I don't know what you do. I don't see what problems you solve because they're trying to do so much attraction marketing, which is fine. But it's like, how am I supposed to know you even have a product that can solve a problem? We used to always say, like, never show the name of your company. I show the name of my company now. I'm not hiding it like I used to. Not for the new person. I think the new person should still lean into, creating curiosity when they're launching their business. But once you're like 3 months in, 9 months in, like I don't think you have to be as secretive anymore. I think you can be a little bolder. Test it out, see what works for you. You got to figure out your content creation. You need a plan for your content. So start sharing aha moments. Start sharing your life experiences. How about you start sharing the things you're learning? Like you have to have a content calendar. Maybe it's the evenings, maybe it's the weekends. You batch create content. You got to figure it out because the more content you create, the higher chances of your ideal prospect finding you and you getting better at the content creation. And I typically teach the 3 E's. You want to empower, educate, or entertain. So you got to think, write this down. Is your content relatable? And better yet, is it shareable content? Would someone go, this is so good, I got to share it? The reason you do short form videos and the reason you do, the content that would be shareable, education based and entertaining, relatable, whatever. The reason you do that content 80% of the time is to get more eyeballs, build social equity. Some of you are trying to withdraw from an empty bank account. That's why you can't sell anything online. You have no equity. You have no influence. People don't know you, like you, trust you, or they don't even see your stuff. The fastest way to become an expert is by teaching. So some people will say, well, what am I going to teach? I don't know. What are you learning? The easiest things to teach are the things you're learning. You don't have to fake like you're an expert. You can just say, hey, I just got started on this new program. And, after the first week, here's what I'm experiencing. Less bloat, more energy. I don't have the afternoon, sugar cravings or the afternoon crash, or I'm not having to drink coffee, in the afternoon to get through the workday, whatever. You start taking people on the journey with you. You start teaching like, hey, I started this new, whatever. You start teaching what you're learning. You want to know how you're on the right path? People start saying, thank you. All business is conversation. So your goal with your content is to create more conversation. You should set a goal to grow your friends list. You should set a goal to have 2,000 friends, 4,000, 5,000 friends. You should be adding thousands of followers over time because then you'll never have to worry about money again because you have unlimited people to talk to. You should also every day purge inactive users, negative Nancy's, people that don't respond to messages. Like if I wish someone happy birthday 3-4 years in a row and they never respond, maybe I even sent them messages in between wishing them happy birthday. They're not on social. Delete. They haven't posted since 2022. Delete. So here's some do's and don'ts. And it says Facebook, but really it's just social media in general for some of this stuff. But Facebook specifically, Facebook is still the #1 social media platform. It still gets the most traffic out of all the platforms. So don't send out a lot of friend requests. Like be like calculated. You know what I mean? Like you don't just want to friend up anybody. And I see sometimes people are just friending up other network marketers. And I mean, listen, you can do whatever you want. It's your business. But I think you should try to find people that are not in network marketing. There's no point in joining like an MLM group and then let me friend up everybody. They're already in a company. And don't approve every friend request. I rarely approve a friend request if I don't talk to someone first. And also the copy and paste pitching, obviously, that's not smart. Right? It's just like, send an audio clip, right? Send an audio message to start a conversation. Go love on someone's posts, go respond to their stories, check out who they are, maybe pay them a compliment. What a concept. Actually check out their profile, ask them a question about who they, oh, you're a ski instructor? What got you into that? How long you been doing it? Man, you must love skiing. Do you do it all the time? How often? Whatever, like just starting conversation, y'all. This ain't rocket science. The goal is not to just generate leads, but to create conversation. You're a professional conversation starter. Write that down. You want to network with people on purpose. You're networking with people to market your product and service. That's why it's called network marketing. Hello. And by the way, some of the best people that will join your network, that will join your organization, it won't be a personal recruit. It'll be someone that you meet through someone else's team. Here's how you also know you're on the right path. When people start asking you questions. When someone asks you, what do you do? Great question. If I was to share a short video with you that explains it better than I could, would you watch it? Now, you could also say something like, hey, I'm a full-time college student, or I'm a school teacher, but on the side, I'm building this incredibly profitable business, working with this incredible team. We're expanding our business right now. And I don't know if you keep your income options open, but I would love to share some information with you. I'd love to introduce you to my mentors. I'd love to introduce you to this program. We make money from home. We make money online. It's like affiliate marketing on steroids, right? Have fun with it. Test out verbiage. I want you to get excited about this. I want you to start thinking, who is your favorite prospect? But again, this is why you start to put out content, tell your story, talk about pain points, talk about your struggles. It's easy for you to talk to people that have the same interests. So ask yourself, who is your favorite person to work with? Who would you want to join your team? Where do they hang out? In real life and virtually? What groups are they in? In the beginning, I think Facebook groups are great. I will never forget this story, and I tell it often because it's funny and it's amazing. This woman, her warm market sucked. Anyone else's warm market stink? So her warm market wasn't very good, but she was really into scrapbooking. Don't just join a group, by the way. Go in there every day for 5 minutes. Set a reminder in your phone. I hate when people say, I forget to do it. Set a reminder in your phone. This is what I told this woman. She actually would spend 30 minutes a day in these scrapbooking groups, sending friend requests, connecting with other women like her, commenting, asking questions, answering questions, sharing ideas, complimenting, and she built this whole new network of people. She never went in those groups to sell anything. But guess what? Then they would land on her page and they would see before and after pictures. In her first 30 days of doing this, she had 30 new customers. She did over 3,000 in personal sales that month and hit a rank called platinum. So 30 new customers. She started making 30% commissions on these 30 new customers. All of them she met in a Facebook or several Facebook groups. Every group you join, do an introduction post. You got to have an abundance of people to talk to. Otherwise, you're going to get commission breath because you only have 3 people. You're like, I really need them to join. I really want them to buy. You buy now, please. I need people. All right. When to pop the question? It depends. Do they have a need? I don't know if they have a need, John. Well, you should probably ask. Are they open? You're getting to know people. You're asking them questions. Like, what do you do for a living? Right? How many of you know form? FORM. You're forming a relationship. Where are they from? What do they do for a living? What do they do for fun? And then you can deliver your message depending on what they say. What's the relationship you have with this person? You kind of have to feel it out, go with your gut. It's like dating. Not everyone's your prospect. You're not going to get along with everyone, but you want to build that trust with your prospect. Even if you're like, really successful in your current line of work, maybe you're a successful surgeon, maybe you own a restaurant chain, maybe you're an attorney, maybe you're an accountant, maybe like people trust you and respect you in that, field. But then you're like, you have this new business and like, they don't know you as an expert. You just got started. You want to get yourself out of the way. So let's talk about closing the loop. So what's a lead? All right. A lead is someone who likes your post, shares your post. They comment on your post. They're watching your stories. Warm market, family and friends. Like, by the way, anyone can be a lead, right? They know you exist. They've expressed interest in what you have to offer. They raise their hand to learn more. Never wait for someone to reach out to you, by the way. I can't tell you how many times I've reached out to someone and they were like, yeah, I've always wanted to know what you do. Yeah, what company are you with? Like, what's that new product? And then when it comes to creating content, I want you to think about like, what would you tune into? Like, you also had to play with headlines. Some of you go live, and you don't even have a headline. Like, why would I click on this? Why would I watch this video? I don't even know what it's about. And think about when you're doing a headline, like, is it thought provoking? Is it controversial? Is it something I would be interested in? Would you rather A or B? Tune in to learn more about my ABC business, or would you rather tune in to learn more about how to build your own business? Tune in to get 10% off my energy drink, or B, tune in to learn 3 tips on how to have more energy. Tune in to buy ABC's Miracle Skincare Cream, or tune in to discover 3 secrets to gorgeous skin. How many of us are like, yep, B, 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 B? Are you getting it? If something's helping you, why wouldn't it help someone else? You don't always have to promote things that you make money on. You can promote things that you're trying, that you're using, something you're learning, something you're testing. In fact, for those of you that struggle with sales and selling your product, I want you to stop trying to sell it. I want you to start acting like you're just a consumer. How would you talk about it if you weren't selling it? QCC content formula. You want to put out quality content consistently. You can't build your following or your business overnight. We all know this. It's not get rich quick. It's get rich eventually, which is better than get rich never. But you want to consistently show up because that builds trust. People get to see you more often. They get to recognize you. And before you post, ask yourself, is this something I would engage with? Would I follow me? Would I join me? Would I buy from me? Would I be interested in this? Right? And keep in mind in the beginning, again, even if you say yes to all those questions, you're still probably going to suck in the beginning. Embrace the suck. Suck it up, buttercup. It is what it is. But keep in mind, anytime you do a promotional post, anytime you do a salesy post, it's not going to do as well as value-based posts. So teach what it does, not what it is. People don't buy products, they buy transformation. People don't buy toothpaste, they buy white teeth. People don't buy anti-aging weight loss, they buy beautiful skin and they want to be, fit and have a six-pack, whatever, right? They want more energy, vitality. They want to live longer, feel better, look younger. That's what they're buying. People don't buy a business. They're buying lifestyle. They're buying peace of mind. They're buying freedom. You got to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, value-based posts, 20% of the time, content that's directed towards your business, or at least it's like a call to action. 80% of the time, you're building social equity. You're sharing personal insights. You're answering questions, traveling, prospecting. Did you get a new customer? Did you get a new teammate? Share how that happened. You're putting your own spin. You're like a DJ to other people's content. And you can give people credit if you're worried about it. People give me shout outs all the time. It makes you look smarter when you're like, hey, I'm learning how to become a better marketer in 2025. And you tag me and you thanks John and Nadia. Thanks, like whatever. It's all good. You read a book that blew your mind. Like you can talk about the book and what you learned. You don't have to say that you came up with the content. You can give them credit. Once a week, ask questions. I'm curious, out of my network of people, how many hours do you sleep? I'm curious, how many meals do you eat per day? You will be shocked by some of the answers, by the way. 1 meal a day, 5 meals a day, 4 hours of sleep. Crazy. I'm curious, do you homeschool your kids? Have you thought about it? Just great conversation, y'all. Take a selfie and do this caption, staying home, so I might as well level up my marketing skills. Isn't that good? Also, there's always value in inspiring people, making people laugh. Now, 20% of the time, you could do posts about your business. Maybe you post a new product you're trying with all the benefits. How about some nonchalant promotion? Nonchalant meaning like you do a video and you nonchalantly mention, because of my business, I'm able to travel. Because of my business, I paid off my student loans. Because of my business, I've gotten in shape and met amazing women, whatever. I'm so glad I said yes to this program. I'm so glad I got over my skepticism because I finally was able to pay off my credit card debt. I'm glad I said yes because I got in the best shape of my life in 2024 and I'm not stopping in 2025. What are your goals for 2025? What are you focused on in the new year? Now, don't say the name of your company when you're new, but if you've been around a while, I think you should talk about your company. I'm so glad I said yes to ABC Company. Because of this company, I've been able to accomplish fill in the blank. Because of this company, I've met amazing women all over the world. Because of this company, I'm able to go out to dinner once a week with my family and spoil them. I think you should start saying the name of your company. I've changed up my philosophy on this over the last couple of years because everybody started doing curiosity attraction marketing and creating mystery about what they're doing. And I'm like, you know what? I think some of us need to be a little louder and prouder about our company. Business light posts. If people want to know what your product or business is, they need to talk to you to figure out what you do. Don't just send people to a link. Don't just send people to your website. Think about it. You're partnering with people. You should be willing to talk to them. So examples could be like photos from your company event without logos and branding. Now, again, I don't really agree with that anymore. When you go to your next company event, you got to get a ton of pictures. How about if you get recognized on stage? That's a good one, right? Capture that moment, get some video footage of that. You could use that forever. How about photos or videos of you speaking? Oh my gosh, that's crazy, right? Showcase your teammates' success. We do that a lot. You see us recognizing our people all the time. Gratitude results posts. I love this. Brag about the people you're working with, brag about your customers, brag about other people's results in a classy way, give them a shout out. I'm in love with our new comp plan. I was able to rank advance 3 people on my team today with my volume. We're all winning here and I'm fired up more than ever. That's just an example, right? You're giving a shout out to your team. OMG, I got promoted in my new business. I seriously didn't think these goals would happen so quickly. I'm so grateful. And like maybe it's a picture with you and your mentor, you and your upline, you and your leader, you and your downline, like whatever, like recognizing them, giving gratitude, shouting them out. You'd be surprised how effective that can be, how much engagement that'll get. And people will be like, what is it? What's this program? What's this new comp plan? What's this company? What is this team? What do you mean? Recognition posts. Recognize people for their efforts. Special shout out to my good friend Debbie, who's already lost 16 pounds her first 30 days on our program. People go, what's the program? They're going to ask that naturally. Nonchalant mention of your business, curiosity posts, or sharing content that brings people value. Like, as an example, this isn't something you say, it's something you do, right? You go live with a bunch of beauty tips. If you want your skin to glow, you should know what it's actually, you put it on your side, what you put it on the inside that matters. I've been in the nutrition industry for 6 years. Send me a message and I'll share some of my favorite nutritional recommendations if you're curious. But again, this is for the video. Like, you're saying this in the video. If you're curious what company I'm partnered with, if you're curious what my favorite supplements are, send me a message. If you're curious about my favorite skincare regimen, like, you're doing the skincare tips, you're sharing value, and you're saying, if you're curious what I use, let me know. And by the way, when you share what you're using, you should say, I use this, and like 2 of 3 can be from your company, and 1 could be something that like you get off Amazon or something you get from somewhere else. Does that make sense? Like, if the only thing you ever promote are things that you make money off of, that will raise more skepticism versus being like, I use these 5 things. 2 of them I market and I have discount codes you can use. Direct promotion once a week. Now, how many of you are guilty of not doing this? You don't want to be spammy. Again, how are people going to know you have a product that can help them if you never talk about it? Like, you could post a picture of your product. You could like hide the name if you wanted, but like put like a catchy caption on there. Bye bye belly fat. 1 tablespoon a day and watch it all go away. If you see me lately, you know what I'm talking about. Or you could say, if you haven't seen me in a while, you won't recognize me, right? Like, whatever, have fun with it. This is my belly blaster. Talk about the benefits, show before and afters. You could even go live once a week and then do like a giveaway. Like, hey, tell them, stay on till the end. You all should do this. Curiosity post examples. How many sort of agree? You got to create some curiosity. How are people going to ask you about your products? This is my favorite when you're getting started. OMG, I did a thing. How many of you have not done the OMG, I did a thing post? This is how you launch your business. Or you can relaunch. OMG, I'm doing a thing again. Right? Promote an excited selfie. I'm super excited, but I'm also nervous. I'm going live tomorrow night to share all the juicy details. If a new person never does this post, in my opinion, they never really launched their business. So I just did something huge. I committed to a 90-day program. I just did something huge. I committed to my fitness in 2025, or I'm doing something big this year and I can't wait to share it with you. And it could be you're launching something new. Your new program, your new opportunity. I'm partnering up with these amazing people. You can interview your sideline, go live with your mentor, go live with someone on the team. OMG, I did the thing. I'm super excited. These are real life examples. They're excited. Stay tuned. Join me tomorrow night. That's where you tell your story. You go live, you tell your story. You go live, you tell your story. You just do it over and over again until you get it dialed in. Post with your product. Like, we have a spoon post because we have this trim product that's like pudding. People love it. It's got CLA, it's got collagen, it tastes good. Take a selfie with it. I was skeptical because I've tried way too many weight loss hacks. My friend suggested this and dang, actually seeing incredible results. Here's like a woman with the trim in the spoon. You could also just do a picture of the product. You see how it says like inhibit fat storage, improves muscle tone. It's right there on the bottle, but it doesn't say the name of the company. So they still have to reach out. They go, what is it? Longer form posts, like story posts, like where you're telling a story. All right, here's one from Tina, her telling her story, talking about menopause, talking about pain points. You got Michelle Churchill, right? So good. Like, one of the best I've ever seen in my life. She's got a really sharp photo here, right? This is, I'm pretty sure, at our Destin place, you know? And she's got 6 years ago. I never could have imagined this moment. The girl who was $60,000 in debt, divorced just 24 months after marriage, working 3 jobs, stressed out, smoking cigarettes, and drinking just to cope. That girl was invited to present alongside the CEO of our global company to kick off 2025. Not just for the 50 states, but for the entire world. Isn't that awesome? But that's a story post. Engagement posts. It could be a colored background post or a longer one. Again, here's some examples. What personal development book are you reading right now? That's a question that could get some good engagement. What's the best movie you saw this year? What Netflix show? I get excited about this because sometimes we think I don't have good engagement, and then you do an engagement post and you're like, oh, I do have good engagement when I ask a good question. You know what I'm saying? Here's a good one from Jenny Joe. 47 inches lost in 53 days. This bioactive fiber is holistically my GLP-1 hormone, no side effects, right? Like, it's so good. Stacy says, just ordered an all-natural GLP-1 boosting drink. No pricey meds, zero side effects, backed by science. The trial group lost over 550 pounds in 12 weeks. I can't wait to try it. Do you see what she did there? I can't wait to try it. She didn't say she's already using it and getting results. She didn't say, hey, DM me for my link. No, she said, I can't wait to try it. Now, if you're already using this product, then you would say that. I am loving how I feel. It could be that you feel better. It doesn't always have to be that I lost 10 pounds. That helps too. But it doesn't always have to be like a physical result. It could be, I love how it tastes. I love how it feels. I got better sleep. I got better clarity, better energy, better focus, whatever. I feel amazing. It tastes delicious. Before and afters, very powerful. There's a reason weight loss dominates in network marketing because they can see the before and after. Now, again, I don't have a before and after, but I share other people's before and afters. Post them on your wall, post them in your stories. Not every day, although some do it every day in their stories. You wouldn't want to do it every day in your wall, right? But if you're not sharing testimonials, you're not sharing before and afters, you're not sharing results, why would anyone have interest in something they know nothing about? Holy smokes, I don't normally post things like this, but damn. Shout out to my friend Sally, who lost 20 pounds without starving herself. Want to know how she did it? Drop strong. Now, I'll be honest with you, that would probably be good on a reel. I don't know if I would do that as a post because, again, you got to play with it. I don't always like a call to action because sometimes a call to action can turn someone off. They go, oh, you're just saying this because you make money selling it. You could see Michelle Churchill sharing a before and after, right? Sharing someone else's before and after. And you should also do this in your ATM groups, by the way, once a week at least. Make your own version of this. Before and afters are powerful, though. Powerful. Now, you also got to choose your modality. Now, I say you do all of this. Do live videos, short form videos, images, text. Do it all. I'm just telling you, the majority of the people in my business that are having success, they're showing before and afters. They're talking about the system, the program. They're talking about you can't just do attraction marketing anymore. It doesn't work unless you're a badass influencer. And even then it's like, okay, you're a badass influencer. I love your content, but like, I'm still not going to buy something that I don't know you sell. Duh. The reason I love live video though, it does create a deeper connection with your audience. Like how many of you feel like you get to know me or you feel like you know me because you watch my live videos? It builds credibility. It helps you grow your brand. It positions you as an authority. It builds know, like, and trust. What makes a great broadcast? What makes it a good live video? How about energy? How about valuable nuggets? How about you're authentic? How about you cut to the chase? You tell it like it is, right? You got to have a good headline. I talked about this earlier. Use ChatGPT to come up with a good headline. You need a call to comment. Drop some flame emojis if you loved it. I did that earlier, right? Call to action. Hey, go to my resources page and download our freebies. Now, why stories? They allow people to get to know you better. You get to be more promotional in your stories. You can be a little more spammy in your stories. If people watch 3 of your stories in a row, send them a message. Hey, thanks for checking out my stories. How are you? Were you curious about what I do? Or were you just like following along? You need to talk in your stories. They need to see your face. They need to see behind the scenes. They need to know what you do, what you're excited about. Like, this is weird in the beginning, but I'm telling you, you got to do this consistently because it does build a deeper connection with the people that follow you. And again, you should proactively reach out to your followers. You should proactively reach out to people that are watching your stories. You should proactively reach out to people that are engaging on your posts. Why short form video? Well, they can reach a bigger audience, right? You get more exposure. You can go viral. It's easier to go viral with short form videos with B-roll footage. The whole talking for 60 seconds, like a lot of my videos, I'm talking for like 30, 40, 50, 60 seconds. Those don't do well. The videos that you're going to see get the most attention are words on the screen. But again, you got to post those. Those are easy to do. And by the way, what's beautiful about TikTok, it has built-in editing software. And I think the other platforms do too, but Nadia has used all of them and she's like, TikTok is the best editing software, but they have like advanced AI algorithm. So you could like download the video before you post it and you could share that same TikTok video on your reels. So you don't have to like do multiple versions of the same video. You just do one video and repurpose it everywhere. You should also add to your favorites. Meaning, when you're scrolling on social media, don't just scroll mindlessly. Get ideas. Save videos that you want to repurpose. Save those videos in your favorites. And then what you could do once a week is batch create content. We like to create like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos in a day. Like most of it now can just be like B-roll footage and then you repurpose it for different things. I mean, if you're struggling with this, you just need to start doing it consistently. It's not that difficult. Test out a conversation for 30 days. Test out a strategy for 30 days. And then you adjust. You make some tweaks based on the results. Stop worrying about the niche. Stop worrying about your avatar, your lifer. You just got to play with it in the beginning. You are uniquely you. We all have our own unique qualities, personalities, stories. This is the social media revolution conversation you needed to hear. This is what it's going to take to generate leads and sales and build your dream team and build a big business and build a big following and help a lot of people. It's all about impact. The more people you help, the more money you make.